Settle the wreckage.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh my god! A 100-card historic brawl. Settle the wreckage in hand after I called it.
Riley, here we go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained here. Seasoned Pyromancer can let you ditch your hand, in this case, to draw 2 cards. And we need exactly 2. We need Bone Crusher Giant and an untapped red source.
Need the Bone Crusher Giant with Stomp, which stops the 9 lives from preventing damage, and we need the red source to cast the Stomp, Dennis. And wouldn't you know
there it is!
Look at that! I've always maintained, Dennis, I've always maintained that Magic is a very skill-testing game indeed, and Charizard James is showing us just how skill-based this game is, ripping the actual perfect 2 off the top here, and is going to win the game on the spot because of it.
Yo, what's up, Titan Smash? Oh no!
If this was the only way Tybalt's Trickery had ever been used, Riley, I think it would have been balanced the way Wizards intended it.
I think this is actually Magic as R&D intended. Tybalt's Trickery. Getting rid of an eye twitch? Why are you scared of an eye twitch? Now you have to deal with the lolth. What was that?
I'm terrified of an eye twitch, dude. Like, if only it had been something like a lolth, you know?
Raise the alarm. We found their win con. We didn't know what it was, and now we know. I've now found their win con. I don't like it. You fool didn't play around Triple Tithe. Listen. My opponent had Sky Tether main deck and then boarded out of all the bad cards and boarded in good cards like Memory Lapse and Teferi. How am I supposed to win if I know that? Their tempo play of 2 soldiers are going to win them the game. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I can't look. I can't look. Ow. Man, Valkmir is a problem.
Nope.
Oh no. Wait, what just happened? Why was this 5 mana? Oh no. It came in tap.
Oh no! It came in tap.
Oh my god! Did we do it?
Yes! I attack!
Holy shit!
I attack! I attack! I attack!
Everyone's clenching right now.
No! Oh, he lost! He lost!
I attacked! No! No! What?
Oh, he lost! Oh no! Oh man!
What? Okay, I want them to kill this first. So I play this first. And I want these 2 to cast my other spells. No! Stop, opponent! Stop it! Please stop. Please stop. Please don't do it to me. Don't cast another land destruction spell. Please, oh my. Let's go! Not distortion! Yeah! Feel the power of the 6 mana black sorcery. Not distortion, come forth! I summon the winged dragon of Ra! Oh! Oh! PogChamp! Oh! 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 What the heck, dude? I was exaggerating. Oh! Royal Eruption again! Oh my god! Kicker! Base! Oh, double Chandra emblem! Oh, is this... Yes! What's up, Jamers? How is it going today? We're gonna play some arena for a couple of hours. I don't want any of these. I actually do want the music here. Hopefully it's not too loud. Choco Mako, how's it going? I think I need the music up more. All right. So, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Either we can play some standard, or we could play some Pioneer. Hope my internet's working better today than it was yesterday. What do we play today? What is there to even play in standard, guys? I don't even know. What's up, Don't Know? You got a standard deck for me to play? Or are we just building something? Standard, we got like Mono Red, Esper Legends, Rakdos midrange, Azorius control, Orzhov control, Esper Legends, Enchantments, Ramp, Dimir midrange, Orzhov midrange, Soldiers, Jeskai control. Forgot about standard? I know, right? For Orzhov Phyrexian, sneak out the back with the universe for animate. What? Sneak back out the one with the one with the universe reanimator. So you're saying the one with the multiverse, we could actually do that, right? That could be powerful. But we could also play Invasion of Tovada in it. What is that card called? Rise and Shine? What is that card called? Repair and recharge. Artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. Leveler? Do we want Leveler or do we want the 9-drop? Portal to Phyrexia. I don't think we need Cityscape and Portal. What are some good draw discard cards in this looting? Mending? What else do we got? Tainted Indulgence? And then everything else is removal? Turn Lesson doesn't help cast anything besides Portal, though. I think everything else has to be removal, right? And we just need to, like, do the thing. And that's it. And if we get Graveyard hated on, we just die. So we need to play Lockdown. We need to play 4 Lockdowns. And we need to play Sunfall. And we need to play Farewell. And we need to play... Actually... Farewell with Lockdown doesn't do anything. One Atraxa? Three Emperor, 3 Lockdown. Too greedy for Atraxa. Atraxa is max greed. The reason why I want Atraxa is because it adds these to our hand so that we can discard them with these cards that we also get from Atraxa and then do it again. And then get more copies of Repair and Recharge and Invasion of Tolata. I actually don't think this deck wants to play that many Sunfalls, because Repair and Recharge and Invasion Ultimata is the only cards we want to play on turn 5. I'm cutting Sunfall. And then we're going to play the 4-mana sweeper. Which one is that? Not Shatter the Sky. Destroy all creatures. Depopulate. And then we'll play 2 of something else. Breach. 3 depopulate. And 3 just generic removal spells. What are the best, like, what's the best, like, 3-mana removal spell in the game right now? Maybe we just want Cut Down. There's got to be like a really good 3-mana removal spell. Void Rend? I guess that kills any permanent. One weakness of this deck is going to be Planeswalkers. So it does make sense that Void Rend does kill Planeswalkers. What else kills Planeswalkers? Non-land permanent. Void Rend, Legions to Ashes. Children's Edict. The thing is, I want to cast these on turn 2. I don't want to cast an Edict. I want to cast a card that's better than Edict on turn 3. I mean, we also could just play Restoration of Aganjo. I'd be super down for that. Actually, that's just what I'm doing. This card's just so good in this deck. It does, like, way more than we want it to do. Does everything. In fact, I think I'm playing 4 of these. Four multiverse, 1 Phyrexia, or 3/2? Magic decks are made and broken at the 2-drop slot. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was you, Baki. Wow. We have Baki in the chat, the Ali Eldrazi legend. Jesus Christ. Esper Reanimator. Now we need the triome. Is land? Is land? We want one of these. We want one of these. We want one of these. We want this card for sure. This card, this. Not that I'm playing one of them, but 4 of these. We're pulling any other lands. Rafine's Informant. That's interesting, but I think these are better. Rafine's Informant is a random blocker. Mirex. Blast Zone. Blast Zone Mirex. I like it. Waistband. I just said waistband in a sentence in 2023. The year of our Lord. All right, 5 planes. Do we want 2? We don't want forests. What the heck? No forests. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We want 5. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. White. We need way more than that. We probably can't play this Blast Zone. We'll play another Deserted Beach and another Shattered Sanctum. 4, 5, I guess? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue. That's not enough. Not enough. We must cut swamp for Shipwreck Marsh. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 blue. Kind of want 14 blue, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not enough. We have to cut Igandro from this deck. Or this Takenuma. We'll cut Takenuma for a blue-black land. And then we cut this island for blue-black. Then we count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 black. Second Odawara. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 4, 17 with the Mirex. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 5. We're cutting it close on black mana, guys. Like, real close. We might not even be able to play this like Anjo. Yeah, we gotta cut that Ganjo for a white black land. Sorry, guys. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 4, 17, 18 plus 5 is 23. Well, we do need one more land. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rona on 2? No, he got Faithful Mending and Tainted Indulgence on 2. How much black mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 4, 13 plus Mirex, I guess. I guess we can play the Igandro. Alright, we got it, guys. We got it. We got it. Like the video. Look, you guys are here for the YouTube content. I consider you guys cool. Okay. What's up, Jamers? It's the One Jame, and today we are playing Esper Reanimator. We're using Repair and Recharge to get back artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers from our graveyard to the battlefield. And we are also playing Invasion of Tovada that gets a target non-battle permanent from graveyard to battlefield. We are discarding Kaya Intangible Slayer, Atraxa Grand Unifier, One with the Multiverse, and Portal to Phyrexia in order with Faithful Mending and Tainted Indulgence to bring them back. And we also are going to control the board and discard cards with Restoration of Iganjo until we get there. How are we going to control the board? We have sweepers, to a temporary lockdown, depopulate, and that's all. But we also have 3 copies of Wandering Emperor for 1/1 removal and an alternate win condition in case we can't do the other things. We can't cast Atraxa in this deck. I might change out like 1 land for a green source, but I guess Mirex can technically be a green source. We have no ways to make treasures, but One with the Multiverse also casts Atraxa for free, so I don't think we really need the green source anyway. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the matches. Like and subscribe if you want to see more standard content like this, and let's put One with the Multiverse into play and destroy our opponents with Portal to Phyrexia. And it all starts right now. It's time to destroy our opponents. I don't like how, like, ever since the past couple updates, every time you click off of Arena, it stops the music for a second. It's kind of annoying. You see that? Kind of annoying. Riverkind. Will we draw a white source? Yes. Can I just keep this entire hand, please? There's 17 white mana in this deck. We'll draw one. Brushland. Visiting. We're unlucky. Land. This is how you find out whether you're good at Magic or not. Whether you draw the land right now. Watch it be a tap land. Untap land, untap land. We are so good at this game. Oh, I just knew it. I just had a feeling. Does that mean we're good, guys? Does that mean we're good at Magic? Wow. Now we just need to draw lands. All right, temporary lockdown, where are you? Don't cast wedding announcement. Don't cast wedding announcement. Don't cast wedding announcement. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Lockdown. Where are you? Temporary lockdown, please. Thank you. Right now. Okay. Lockdown off the top right now. That's not it. Please don't kill us. Uh-oh. 4, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. We are almost dead. If they have 2 enchantments, we die. No, we're dead. Are we dead? We're at 16. If they have a single enchantment, we die. No. If they have 2 enchantments, we die. Holy crap! That was not a good one for us. All we needed was 1 more turn, but they killed us on their turn 3, on their turn 4 of the game. Imagine our opponent killing us in turn 4 because we had 0 interaction. We would have got there. Wow, that would have been so good. We would have got there too. Wow. All right, deck's amazing. We would have got there. The standard Jame is the best evolution of Jame. I think it's Jolteon. We'll keep it. This just has everything we want, besides a land or 2. We do have the Faithful Mending in main phase, though. Kumano. We no longer have the Faithful Mending in main phase. I think I'll do it anyway. Okay. I'm probably casting Restoration by Ganjo next turn. We just need to not die. Oh, they didn't do anything else. Pretty good for the home team. So we'll do this, and the next turn we'll discard Rafine's Tower and play it, and then play the Plains. And then depopulate, and then next turn, and then we'll Underground River, repair and recharge back one with the multiverse. And then hopefully we win. Squee. Sounds like a plan. Just don't kill me, opponent. If 3 cards engraved, they need 2 more to escape the squee. Right? It's 4 other cards, right? Yep. And then we'll get Restoration by Ganjo flipped as a 3/4 blocker, which is very nice. Opponent, what you got? Opponent is going to rope us. Bloodthirsty Adversary with no 5th land. That means there's probably another Bloodthirsty Adversary in hand. Down to 10. Okay. Yeah. Cast Tainted Indulgence. Discard a card. Ooh, we have a whole temporary lockdown. Nice. Opponent, please don't get rid of our enchantment. They probably can't. Alright, we have to dodge here. We have to not die. 5 mana. It's gonna be pretty hard for us to die. I take that back. Please don't have Lightning Strike. That's really scary. They have it. We might die. Tainted Indulgence, draw 2. Invasion of Solvata. Doesn't really do anything, does it? Probably mending. We can invasion back temporary lockdown. Or repair and recharge. Invasion, I guess. Okay. Okay. Please don't have double lightning strike. What's up, Mike? Five. No! What the? No! No! Guess we have like Ganjo for this? Okay, so you're mending. There's an Emperor, thank God. Multiverse and Tower. Cast Invasion. Bring back Multiverse. Play a land. Otawara on top. Repair and recharge doesn't do anything. I guess we just depopulate here. And then hold up Wandering Emperor when they bring back the Squee? What is the 1/1 attack? This?
Finally, I'm home.
And they're gonna kill this and get a 4/4 prowess creature? Do they actually have Burn in their hand?
This is what you get for hurting my.
That's fine. If they do that, we'll just cast a bunch of cool spells and bring our stuff back. Alright, cast your thing. Do they burn my Emperor? Wait. Oh, wow. It does extra damage? How did I not know that? Non-creature source would deal damage to a creature. Battle or opponent deals that much damage +2. Yikes. Oh, wow. That's okay. It's not the best. So we go lockdown. Then we go like this.
Still have much to learn. Keep watch for intruders.
Then we go like this.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
Like, yes, I die to burn damage, but
Let your blade do the talking.
we can repair and recharge again. Should have -2 the token? I mean, we still die to any burn damage regardless of whether we -2 the token or not. What, being at 1 damage is the same thing as being at 3 damage with Disciples Inferno in play. We just have to hope they top deck a brick. That's fine. Because we have a Ganjo. We're gonna get them. We just like got into the Disciples and then block. Lockdown doesn't do anything here. We need to plus this on this. We need to survive another turn.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Because we're going to get a lifelinker here. Then we need to pray they don't have another one. Alright, no burn damage, please. We just win the game next turn. No burn, no burn, no burn, no burn. Don't do it. Their whole deck's full of burn. Just be a raptor or something. Their whole deck does 1 damage. Don't slow roll me. Don't slow roll me. Yes, thank God. Woo! We did it.
We must protect the people.
Look at us go! Look at us go! No Brotherhood Zen, please. Invasion? Whew! We dodged. We for sure dodged.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Oh, wow. That's how you beat Mono Red. Hope they don't have it. I guess we could have, if we did the Emperor play and minused on the 1/1, we would go to 3, and then the next turn I Ganjo the 4/4 after they Sokenzan, and then we wouldn't be dead to like top deck Play with Fire or top deck Kumano faces Kakazan. The 1 fade. This hand's bad. Much better. We're playing against Blue Eye Control again. Not again, but like in general. Well, we don't have a blue. We don't have a basic. Do we have a basic island in this deck? I don't think so. We don't. It's okay, we don't need any more blue for the rest of the game. We have only white and black cards in our hand. Joke's on you, opponent. Esper. Esper control. That's right, we'll just do on their end step Wandering Emperor. Mind Splice. Alright, we'll cast it now then.
May your blade strike true.
I don't think we have an answer to this Mind Splice apparatus in the deck.
We must protect the people.
We're for sure getting syncopated if we repair and recharge, right? It's okay, we have more of these where they came from. Or that. Alright, getting a little more scary. The Mind Splice has 2 counters on it. It is unlucky. Deluge, draw 2. What else you got, opponent? Nothing? Oh, this Mirex is so powerful. I guess we'll repair and recharge. After we do this. And attack them.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
How many counter spells you got, opponent? Probably a lot. There it is. Hey, Mox, how's it going? Welcome to Jamestown. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for the raid. We are playing Repair and Recharge / Invasion of Tovada 1 with the Multiverse Reanimator against Counterspell Tribal. So join us in being miserable. Southpaw Funk, thank you for the congratulations. Path of Peril, hello? 1 with the Multiverse. Silent Labyrinth, thanks for the congrats. Abaddon, what's up? Channibal, what's up? What else are we doing? They for sure have another counterspell, right? Like, for sure. It's okay, we'll run ourselves into it. They can't have 3 in a row, can they? Ah, yes, they can. There you go, look at the top 5, get 2 cards. Oh, hey, look, a counterspell. But that counterspell can't be make disappear, it has to be something else. Like, syncopate. Can't be dissipate either. Oh, it just resolves? La-di-da-di-da. Wait, I can't do the other one with the multiverse, right? Because they have Farewell in their deck? Does the opponent have Farewell? Well, you better have it. Draw 2, discard a card. Play Restoration of Agandro. Get a thing. And just, you know, hope to God you don't have Farewell. Because if you do, I'll be a sad panda. Farewell is double white. Ah, nice. They're playing Voidrend in their Mind Splice apparatus deck?
I'll be back.
How's the internet? Much better today. Lockdown. We're so dead. We were just so dead. Playing do the thing? Yes. 4 o'clock.
Run away. You'll be safe. May your blade strike.
We're just the most dead, aren't we? "4 p.m. EST, yes. In an hour and 8 minutes. I don't know why I forget that you're West Coast. Everyone say hi, Nerd Girl. How can you just let Nerd Girl come in here and not say hi? What is going on? Opponent? Please just lose to Wandering Emperor. Yo, 50 bits. You don't have to do that. Thank you. Invasion of Phyrexia. Good thing we have this temporary lockdown. Are we doing this because I have nothing else better to do, even though it's going to get temporary lockdown anyway? Oh. Okay. I guess we'll just lock down. That's a shows love to hardworking streamers. Hard working. No, that's you. Let's just do this. Oh, it gets rid of their invasion too. That's pretty good. Let's do this and pass, and then Mirex, and hope they don't have anything.
People.
Ah, wait, that's not nothing. That is not nothing.
I'm going to solve it.
Draw a card. Good thing that thing doesn't proliferate. They probably play the new Vraska, the new-ish Vraska. Land? Okay, that's good for me. We play Mirex. We'll just, like, jam the Kaya and hope it resolves, but if it gets countered, then we get to do cool stuff. I guess I just...
Remember
I
your
really want to stop them from drawing cards. Even though I can't help it right now. That's an Emperor. Can't do anything about that.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water. Keep watch for intruders.
Wait, what? They blocked the first striker? Sure. Weird. Exile target creature or enchantment. That doesn't exile walkers? Annoying. Well, that insta-resolved.
Nobody deserves these blades more than Phyrexia.
Am I drawing 2 cards? I don't want them to scry, though. I should probably draw anyway. There's a portal.
Let me get a read on the situation.
We need an untapped land to hardcast Portal, even though Portal's not very good, because we don't have any creatures engraved, neither does the opponent. What's up, Astrals? Oh wait, we get to play a land this turn. Alright, we're good. Alright, I forgot to look up opponent's scry to the top or the bottom. Bad streamer, bad streamer. Sunfall? How dare you? Just working? I mean, same. But working involves playing Magic. That's pretty cool.
I am here to learn.
There is an incubator token in our way. How do we kill our opponent's stuff if it's not creatures or enchantments? We could just plus Kaya forever.
We must protect the people.
They can't Void Rend this. We just hardcast Portal? I don't want to do that because the incubator is there. Takanuma, what does that get back? Devious cover-up. My goodness. Kinda happy they milled that. They got back nothing. Invasion. Whoa. So if Portal gets countered... Wait. We get to exile the 2/2 and make a 1/1 copy of it? And then attack their Emperor. And it'll be first strike also. And it has, like, flying. Oh, it doesn't have haste. Why did I think that had haste?
I have got new moves to teach you.
I guess we go invasion. Bring back the Emperor, Legend Rule, make a 2/2. And then make a Murex token. And we force them to sweep again.
Your blade do the talking.
And then we can still hopefully kill Teferi after it minuses. How are they fitting all these cards in their deck? I have no idea. I mean, it's just sweepers, counter spells, and planeswalkers. But they have a lot of crazy spells in their deck, like the X spell sweeper that makes a bunch of infect tokens.
Now that is
Like, they have that in their deck. And that only costs 2 mana for them. Planeswalker, Void Rend, Devious Cover-Up. They probably only play like 1 Void Rend or 2 and 2 Devious Cover-Ups. Come on now. Come on, opponent. They play Union of the Third Path to gain a bunch of life. Flying Samurai token, that's the best. Well, they're gonna march our temporary lockdown to get their Planeswalker back? Sure. They don't get the tokens back. They create 0 2/2s. I'm okay with this. Alright, they have a 2/2 blocker, but we can kill their Emperor. They might just minus the Emperor right now just because it's gonna die. They might just attack with this now and force me to chump block it. Which I think I'm gonna do anyway. They don't play creatures in their deck. Do I play I don't have anything in my graveyard to bring back with Portal. That's the card I was scared of. They have 15 1/1s now. And now I might just die. Like, even with Portal, I think I'm dead. So I can't make a thing here. I have to Tainted Indulgence to try to look for another temporary lockdown. It's not it. Like, Portal doesn't even save me. Atraxa? That doesn't do anything. So we have to draw 2 here. We need lockdowns in our deck. We have 3 depopulates and 2 lockdowns in our deck. There it is. Things you love to see.
May your blade strike true.
We will have to deal with this Teferi eventually. Probably this turn. Because it's going to shuffle all our non-land permanents back. They're going to go after our Kaya. Then we have to chump block it.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Unfortunately. It's a long game. Please don't counter me. Okay. I will... Do I want to draw 2 cards? I think all of our basic planes are gone. Nope, we have 1 left. We have to do something to this Teferi, but I don't currently have an answer to it. What is in our deck that answers it? Nothing? We have to make a creature.
I guess that's that.
We have Otawara that we can draw into. Let's draw 2 cards.
I'll keep watch.
Not it. We can mending. That doesn't do much. Restoration. Our best chance to get rid of this 3/3 is right now, right? Which means we shouldn't have played the other thing because we don't want it to make disappeared. Oh, they have actual negate, okay. If they can draw 1 card right now, they bounce all the permanents. Okay, never mind. They drew a card with Teferi. They have cut down. Okay, so now Kaya's dead.
We were so close.
If we can get our portal into play, then we could still win. Deluge for 2. 1 deluge is basically a draw 4. Pay 4, draw 4, which is pretty good. Void Rend? That? Sure, wow. That feels like a waste. Repair. Oh, wow, we got it. Alright, if they have a counterspell, we just lose. Also, all of our non-land permanents are going to be shuffled into our deck. Dissipate. Wow, that exiles it. That doesn't really matter. Mending. That's an invasion, but it doesn't do anything. I guess the Teferi doesn't do anything either. So they don't have any non-land permanents. So we have like a last-ditch effort to draw for Fiend's Tower, Invasion of Tilvada, hope they don't have another counterspell. They've already used so many of them though, but the chances they have another Devious cover-up is pretty high. Like in their deck, period. They did not make a
Show them how we greet our enemies.
2/2 because I want to kill the invasion, which is terrible for me. Now they have a Teferi. They draw 2, discard 2, emblem with Knight Stick, get +1/+0, and then tap creatures and shuffle non permanents. That doesn't do much.
This time we fight.
These aren't knights. This is samurai and a Phyrexian. They just +1. I'm surprised they haven't drawn another Mind Splice apparatus yet.
I like to think I'm good at thinking.
I like to think I'm good at thinking. Go for the throat, Nigandro. I'd like to think I'm pretty dead, but I guess they could not have a counterspell. They have 2 more looks at it. Do they have a counterspell? They're forced to pick the 2. Is there a counterspell in the top 2? Is there a counterspell in the top 4? I guess because I didn't play this land, they could have like... I guess it doesn't matter, right? They could just have... They could have double Make Disappear regardless of whether I played the land or not. Oh my gosh. Is it in the top 6? Resolves. I mean, they could have a march to just get rid of this immediately, but at least I get the ETB. And we have another repair and recharge, which is very nice. So we have one more. We have one more Invasion of Tilvada in our deck after this repair and recharge. It's crazy to me they have Void Rain in their deck in their Mind Splice apparatus deck. We have not found our Otawara yet. Still chilling in the bottom 12 cards of our deck. Did we scry to the bottom at all? Another Twilight. We have sweepers in our deck still. We have 2 lockdowns and 1 depopulate left. So we do have to look for those now.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
We've got the edge in this fight.
We're gonna deck out before the opponent will.
Zalfir, to me!
They emblem for the heck of it. They have their own Kaya. Give me a scry, please.
A whole legion of enemies. I love the challenge.
Nope.
Just give up already.
Sweeper? That's our last one. Okay, so we have to Invasion of Tilvada. One with the multiverse and hope the top deck I hope it's on the top of our deck, right? Wait. No, we can just Atraxa. Atraxa looks at the top 10 cards and tries to find it. And which is like guaranteed. Guaranteed, let's go lockdown. Land, depopulate, mending, portal. We go lockdown. We should play a land before we lock down. Just in case. Just in case they have the sack a creature card. They don't have it.
Can't give up now.
Now we just hope Atraxa gets us there. We have 4 cards in deck and they have 47 life, so the answer is no. If they have a Mirex. I guess I could have just not tapped the Mirex, but Kaya could exile our temporary lockdown and get their own, but that doesn't do anything. And we're going toe-to-toe to the end of the game with the super control deck. So that says something about our deck. At least. We're not going to be able to kill them in time. They're at 47 life, though. Even if they can never get rid of our Atraxa. Well, they can just get one of their own. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're just dead. Like, they get their own white Atraxa. Absence, make disappear, farewell, silver scrutiny, and lands and an emperor. They officially play every card in Magic the Gathering. Alright, we're officially dead. Hard fought. $80 card non-Yorion, yeah. That's what it felt like. That's a hand. Okay, we can't taste an indulgence on turn 2, but still good. Are we playing against the same opponent? Because that would really suck. Wow. Playing against the same opponent, I might just quit now.
Feel the energy of that. Keep watch for intruders.
Restoration. I like that. Then we can ramp to start to play around Make Disappear.
Remember your training.
I think I'm gonna repair and recharge now because they can just slam the 4-drop. If I don't. Opponent. Odawara is nice. Like, they for sure have a counterspell, and that definitely sucks. But what are we supposed to do? I'm supposed to just cast it, and then they counterspell us. Because that means they can't play the other card. The Mind Splice Apparatus. Yep.
May your blade strike true.
The fairy? I'd be happy if they just tap out for a token maker card, because I have sweepers. They have, like, Invasion of New Phyrexia? Kaya. Wow. I guess I could just cast that. I'm gonna have to force out the counter spells until I don't have any more. Because, like, if they have to counter something with a 3-mana counter spell or something, they can't cast Memory Deluge. They can't cast Mind Splice Apparatus, so I have to keep making them use stuff. Unfortunate that it's Make Disappear, but I can't give them all the time in the world. Turns out they had a 2-mana counterspell and Memory Deluge, so they're running with Hot Fire. Hot Fire! Their hand was, like, borderline perfect for how it lined up with our deck. And they even get to use Memory Deluge out of the graveyard.
I have got new moves to teach you.
And this is the exact turn that they can attack past restoration, which is really nice. Probably just gonna like Odawara the 4/4 and then attack Wandering Emperor. Yeah. They can go for the throat Architect of Restoration, but we could also have another Emperor, but that doesn't do anything. They don't have go for the throat, or else they would have used it. Jump block, okay. Let's draw 2 and try to draw a blue source. Untapped. We did not. We'll play it though. Guess we didn't really need to play that one, right? Because we have double blue for one with the multiverse. Farewell? Wow. Oh my god, they exiled their grave. Okay, I mean, I guess they exiled my grave.
Let your blade do the talking.
They don't have Spell Pierce, right? I mean, I can't play around that anyway. So I want Planeswalker, land, battle, sorcery. Yes! Got him. Pack? Mythic wildcard, wow. Nice. This doesn't cast any things that don't have blue mana, so we're gonna mulligan. I want the play. Oh wow, can I keep this entire hand? I'm gonna put back a land because I'm greedy. Perfect. Not gonna need lockdown in this matchup. Awesome. Stomper. Ooh, wow, look at that art. Okay, I need the lockdown, but I can't bring anything back. Playing this because I know about it. Invasion. So they get two things here. Turn 3 Stomper, turn 4 Invasion is like so good. So they get a thing. But we get our thing. We have 3 lockdown in grave, which does not do much. If they have a leyline binding, I'm super sad. I mean, I guess they still could. They're choosing not to draw off of that Jetmir's Garden. The Seiju, no! Wait, I guess that's fine. Because it doesn't exile. They have 2 mana left. Good draw. Ooh, I shouldn't have played that land. That's why. That hurts. That hurts. Well, they might be flooded. I could just block just to bring the Architect back, but I don't think I like that. Their cards have Vigilance, which is annoying. I'm just gonna block. Darkheart Wastes. Could just Mending. Because we know we have Waste on the top. We need to try to get to a good spell. Wandering Emperor doesn't do much. But it's something we can at least invasion back. There's repair and recharge.
Guards, to me.
Ossification. Yep. Probably gonna repair and recharge that back.
See you later.
Another Emperor on the top. Okay, no longer have to do that. I'm gonna cast that for full cost.
Run away. You'll be. We must protect.
Another Emperor. Guess I'll just mending? I'm just looking for like a portal or something. There it is. Sad that I have to discard 2 cards here, but gonna cast portal. Mirex, Stomper. And then we get their Stomper. Ossification, sure. Sure, there's more Emperors where that came from.
Our swords will cross again.
Okay. Thank you, Stomper. Thank you for thinning our deck. We have 1 more planes, I think. Yep. Depopulate, which we don't need. Another depopulate. All right, well, mending here then. And I guess I might as well keep it depopulate just in case then, since it's a land. We will cast repair and recharge. I guess I should pay all the mana for that, right? Nah, whatever. We will get back Wandering Emperor. We will
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off.
do this here. Play this.
Strike
Tainted
fast,
Indulgence.
strike hard.
Alright, I'll just do that next turn. The reason I plus on this is because I wanted to attack through the Stomper next turn. Let's hope they don't have Leyline Binding. Or a Sweeper. Another Ossification, okay? That's unfortunate.
Until
There's another Emperor in our grave, though. Lane on the top. Let's play out this for mana. Just to shuffle our... I'll shuffle the deck since another Restoration of Ganjo's right here. Oh yeah, I guess I have to shuffle the deck anyway. Let's shuffle the deck again. Agandro. Let's draw the Agandro. More lands. Alright, so we do this. Agandro's gonna be nice here. Because we get to go this plus this and guaranteed kill this. And then Agandro the Topiary Stomper. That saves all of our creatures and kills this. Then we get to cast this. Then we get to cast this for mana. Draw 2. Then we get to cast another portal. What does that even do for us? Are they do we think that they're playing? Do we think that they're playing Farewell? Probably not, because they're playing Ossification. All right, let's play another portal. What's better than one portal? 2 portals. All right, what you got, opponent? We have an army. I'll put a stop on my upkeep so that we can cast a spell in response to Portal to Phyrexia getting back their Topiary Stomper, because we're going to shuffle our deck. We will let that go through since it's a land. Another land. Double of that. Do we want to discard any cards? Do we have anything in here we want to bring back? Nope. So we will cast this for mana. There it is. Discard 2. I think we're just going to hold back, just in case they have Farewell. We have 10 cards in deck. Oh my god, that's an Atraxa. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess I'm going to attack everything at them. Because it puts them to 6, and then Atraxa can kill them. Like, eventually. Just do nothing. Yeah, just in case something like that happens. You do have a 9/9. Oh, Kaya's game. Use Kaya, cast for mana.
I'll see this through to the end.
Lose 3, gain 3.
Your time's almost up.
That thing can't block anyway, so might as well gain the life. Am I playing Atraxa? No. Like, they're dead in so many ways here. They can't even Ossification the Kaya. They can't kill it either. That's an Atraxa. They still can't do anything about that. They have an Atalia. That doesn't do anything. Ossification doesn't do anything. Nope. I think they're just dead. I just heard thunder, so hopefully it doesn't mess with my internet. The opponent's figuring out that they can't win. Oh, well now they can. So what do we have to draw? 2 damage? Somehow? What does a 4/4 get them? West, how's it going? 9/9? There's 7 cards in deck. Okay, so I guess I can depopulate. Repair and recharge. This is interesting because they have a Tali in their hand. Okay, so I can minus Kaya, get the Atraxa, attack them for 5, and then Wandering Emperor, my own card that the Archangel blocks. Or I can just put them to 2. Oh, they have 3 life to gain.
Who's next?
Forgot about that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they block.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
But if the Archangel blocks the Architect of Restoration, I can just first strike it. So they can't block that. I have to hope they don't see that they have a Herd Migration in their hand. Hey, thanks, S6. Go to damage, please.
You are not much of a roadblock.
I have 5 cards in deck. They have to Herd Migration. Yep. And then I can depopulate and then Atraxa. But that loses to the ossification. Archangel Wrath is going to attack. But I think that's okay. I should just play Atraxa. Because it's just more damage. And they already have Atraxa here. That forces their hand on the ossification on Atraxa. Now they have a Tully. And I don't know if that's the only card in our deck because I forgot to look, but it might be. Can they get Herb Migration? That's fine because I have Flyers. They have Ossification. They're going to hit our Atraxa. Oh, wow. We have 3 cards in deck. They also have Leyline Binding. Wow, this is not good. We might just have to depopulate. They're at 6 now? With 2 cards in deck?
That's just a start.
I'm never done for good. Keep watch for intruders.
Please work. If they have another Archangel, then we still can't win. Thank God. 2 cards in deck, GG's. That was crazy. Why are all the decks so greedy? We played against Mind Splice Apparatus twice this freaking deck, and then we play against Mono Red. Like, it's hard to beat the max greed and also beat Mono Red at the same time. I mean, we did it. All right, Jamers, thank you for hanging out. It was a pleasure beating Mono Red and the super greedy deck all in one run. So this does have a good breadth of and depth of matchups that this deck can win and this deck can beat. Of course, you can just do the thing, or you could just not do the thing and lose. But the good thing about this deck is Wandering Emperor kind of lets you do the thing or not do the thing and still win the game sometimes. And also Kaya Intangible Slayer was awesome. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Give the video a like and subscribe, and watch the next video that you see on your screen. Thank you, and I'll see you over there. And as always, peace. Okay. All right. We're going to transition over to Death and Glory in a second. Death or Glory. I did set this up to fit nicely on the screen, I believe. There's that. See if I can put this together for you and look very nice and neat. All right, look, that looks very nice and neat for you. New features are updated. Run progression data have been changed and reset. Okay, please go to deck edit. All right, so we're gonna play Death or Glory. It's my first time playing, so we're gonna try to find the tutorials. I'd like a tutorial, please. We're gonna start in 10 minutes. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna go to the restroom, and we'll be right back. Alrighty. Can you hear me over the music? Such good music, though. Attack and defense. So we'll go till 4:55. The Grand Arena. A place where one's worthiness is only measured by his strength in combat. Victory is the only concern for those who fight, while nobody remembers the defeated. Countries at war have settled disputes through trial by combat, and crimes are forgiven when the accused garner the approval of the crowd. Yet this fate was thrust upon you when you were framed for a murder you did not commit. You must survive the ordeal in the arena, or death awaits you. Reluctantly, you sold all your possessions to buy weeks of training. You understand that it's a long shot and only hope to retain a shred of dignity. But today, God smiles on you. The Grand Arena, a place where one's worthiness is only measured by his strength in combat. Victory is the only concern for those who fight. Well, nobody remembers that. Did I just read this? While nobody remembers the defeated. Countries at war have settled disputes through trial by combat, and crimes are forgiven when the accused garner the approval of the crowd. For sure, I definitely read this. For sure. For sure. Well, we read it again. Surrender. I'll be hitting that button today. Deck, 25 life against 25 life. Their deck, turn 1. Initiative. Whoever has initiative starts the turn with control. Start. Follow my instructions and attack him. Who are you? Your first battle, little guy. Are you scared? Yes. I would like the most powerful thing. Downward cut. I'll take more than that, kid. It'll take more than that. Okay. That's a good start. There's no mana? You've done some damage. Yes. This number of the damage value of the card, yep. This number indicates the remaining health of your opponent. So, pretty simple. 0, he's defeated. Okay. Keep attacking. Highest power, downward cut. -5 again. 5. Center guard. Oh. Oh, that's like a parry. Don't get over your head, little boy. Oh no, I forgot to teach you about blocking. He can now die. Quick, let me help you. Heavy punch. The green number is the block value. Go block his attack with the new card. Arg, not bad for a punk. Are you calling me a punk? You will pay for this. Don't worry, after a successful block, you'll have control. Oh, sick. Use these faster attacks to defeat him. How are they faster? Yeah. It's too fast to block. How? Oh, it's a speed. Oh, it's a spell speed like Yu-Gi-Oh! Block speed faster or equal. Ah, makes sense. So this is very fast. I'll show you. Very fast. No cards left. Pass when you can't play a card. Do you draw cards when you pass? Pass. Brutus. React or pass? But I can't react. Use these to defend yourself. I can't block because I don't have enough speed for that. Wait, how did I do that? Please discard a card. Oh, if you block, oh, you can block with the slower card. Is it hard to get into for beginners? Oh, I'm a beginner. This is my first time ever playing, and it's pretty simple so far. Cause you to discard. Okay, so if you block with something that's slower than the speed of the attacker, you get to discard a card. Drag to the bin. Aha, that's the bin. When your block is faster, you'll draw a card instead. Oh, wow. That's cool. Now use this attack to finish him. 12? What? How was that a 12? Play attack cards to damage your opponent and defend against attacks with reaction cards. You draw a card when your block is faster, discard when it's slower. Control switch to your opponent when an attack fails and no damage been done. I wonder if there's trample. Chapter 2, Card Effects. It was a stroke of luck that you survived the last battle. It would have been a certain death had you not received help from the mysterious fairy. Not only was his ability fantastical, but nobody seemed to have noticed his presence. You have not interacted with their kinds before, so now you can't tell if what happened was par for the course for them, yet you're very much in his debt. This is just the beginning, though. The coming battles will be tougher. You hope he can stay by your side. Oh boy, it's Death of Glory! Hespera, I know you! I know you. Did you make this game too? Next. You are the Hespera. Yes, you are. Start. Ka ka ka. I'm no knucklehead like Brutus. Yes, you are. Come see what I've cooked up for you. I would like to downward cut. Oh, they're at 10 life. Reacting. Okay, it's your turn. Reversal. Reactor pass. Apply poison to your opponent. He takes 1 damage at the end of every turn. I need to block that. Raise my shield. Block didn't work. Oh, is it trample then? Does that answer my question? Yeah. That does answer my... Can I double block? Is it too early to ask how you like the game so far? Yeah, since I've been playing the game for exactly 8 minutes. But it's self-explanatory so far. I haven't gone through all the mechanics yet, but it's the UI is very easy, so I do like that. But what do I do? You cannot allow yourself to be poisoned again. Wait, what? Why? Arcane Protection. Cure removes poison. Oh, and it's a 6 block? Well, that card's pretty good. It's a 6 block and cures poison? I guess if you get poisoned twice, you lose. You're early, so you'll be available for any questions for 99% of the stream. Alright, sounds good. If your block is successful at preventing all the damage, text block effects also triggers. Oh, if it's successful in all the damage, it cures. Apply stacks, okay. You remove my beautiful concoction, but you still won't leave this place alive. Yes, I will. It's a tutorial. Try to form a combo with these cards. We can combo? Apply stun. Opponent can't play any card while stunned. This effect is removed at the end of the turn or when he takes damage. Why are all opponents male? So far in this game. Final blow. While your opponent is stunned, damage is increased by 3. Oh, I get it. So we stun them. Final blow. Nice. Attacks damage opponent are successful. Reaction and all damage are successful. Successful actions trigger the card's text box effect. Yep. This is definitely a little bit easier to grasp than Skyweaver. Skyweaver is like more complex, unless it's about to get more complex. Only now do you dare to think that you can survive the whole ordeal. The movements still do not come naturally, but the swings are becoming more fluid. With more practices, perhaps you can even make a name for yourself here. Just when you're dreaming of the possibilities, you see a familiar but unwelcome face when the gates open. This music is banging. However, it is the same song over and over. Layer of complexity, skill ceiling's lower. Okay. It's also intuitive. I am notoriously bad at games and I'm having a great time. Sick. But I also had a great time with Skyweaver. This will be a challenge, but you've already come so far. Now you're ready to learn the mechanics of real combat. Every game starts from a selection of 5 cards. Then you discard a card to keep 4. Ah, so that's the mulligan. I think I'll discard the 5/3. I like spell speeds. I like fast. Practice defense. Oh, your opponent. You get to see what your opponent discards. Turn is randomized to see who has the first move. Hey, it's me. Alright, the attack is piercing and can't be blocked. What? That's really good. I'm gonna preemptive strike them, since it's harder for them to react to it. They do have a 4. That's fine. Reversal. They have a... Please react or pass. They have a 5/3 vicious cut. Let's raise shield. Shield break them. Pass. If they have text, the block needs to fully negate damage. Yeah. Please react or pass. I think I might just take the 5.
Pass.
Pick up a card, one more card to be picked up. Oh, wow. I get to pick up a card? Hey, what's up, Funza? It's going pretty good. Please discard a card. Okay. Think I'll put back Never Give Up. Vicious Cut. Sure. Did you come from MTG Death or Glory? Shares one notable thing with it. In Death or Glory, your life total is a resource. Yep, I'm learning that. Perfect Lunge draws a card, but we're gonna block it with Never Give Up. And then we will Shield Break. Sudden Strike, they block it. How can I tell how many cards they have in their hand? I haven't noticed that yet. Opponent stunned.
Pass.
So they pick up their Vicious Cut, and I think I want. I'm. What do I pick up? I think I like this piercing thing. This piercing's like very good. While your opponent's stunned, damage is increased by 3. I think I'm gonna put this back. Because, like, I like this. Wait, stun goes off at the end of their turn? So it's gonna wear off right now. Oh, this is how many cards are in their hand. They have 3, okay. Oh, if I pass, I can't block them on their turn. But I'm at 15, so that's fine. I just killed them with Shield Break next turn, right? Like, can't be blocked is, like, really dumb. Oh, it's slower. I forgot about that. Well, I guess I lose. I definitely did forget I had to discard a card if it's slower.
Pass.
So if I had kept the other card, I would have been fine. What is this? Oh, attack them. I have to take this because I can't discard a card because I'm slower. If I had just taken that damage the other turn, I would have won the game already.
Pass.
That's annoying. I have to take this. I don't want them to draw a card, but... I think I'm just going to lose this game. Just because I did that. I mean, they're stunned. So, that's fine.
Pass.
I should probably set this up differently, actually. Should you set it up like this? Unfortunately, my head's gonna be like really weird here. Hold on. Oh, that's why I can't do that. Because it doesn't fit the whole screen. What if I do this? Nope, still doesn't fit the whole screen. Picking up the attack back up should win you the game. Oh, the can't be blocked one is good. There's another way to win, yeah. They're stunned. That did like a lot of damage. Initiatives is randomly assigned between players on turn 1. Thereafter, it alternates between turns. End of the turn, each player picks up a card from a play and draws 2 cards from the deck. Then a card must be discarded from hand. That is an interesting mechanic that you just like pick up a card you already used. Victory is so sweet, the cheer from the crowd makes you dizzy. When the gates opened, you were shocked momentarily by your doppelganger, but you recovered quickly. Now the judges must clear your name. Yet tragedy often strikes when you least expect. A heavy blow out of nowhere knocks you unconscious. Instead of reprimanding the heavily armored knight that ambushed you, he receives a standing ovation from everyone. Despite Phobos the Great, the current champion of the arena, is a crowd favorite, some in the audience cannot tolerate this injustice. When someone shouts, "I challenge you," all are stunned by this bravado. Select a hero. I want... to sling spells. Learn about resource management. Nah, that doesn't exist. Phobos is the champion. This won't be easy. You cannot hold back. Alright, yeah, I was holding back the last few games for sure. Pointers. You are a spell slinger, yeah? All of your cards consume mana to play. Oh no, we weren't using mana before, but now there's mana. That's a curveball. Apply headache to your opponent where X is your arcane resonance. Okay. Mana is only replenished at the end of every turn. Okay. The key to combat is to increase your maximum mana. Playing a card with the blue symbol can do that, with the effect triggering if it's successfully played. So you don't have to attack, you don't have to successfully block with it. Even more mana throughout the game. Oh, it's a permanent mana crystal. Guess I'll get rid of this one. Solid stance. It does need to succeed, okay. Apply headache. Inflict additional damage to your opponent as lightning damage, equally X times the number of cards in his hand. Increase your arcane resonance by 1. I still don't know what arcane resonance is. It's like the green plus. Okay, so the blue is blocking and the green is attacking in this archetype. Where's my available mana? Oh, right here. Oh, here's your resonance. An indication of how powerful you are. Some cards are more powerful with higher arcane resonance. Okay. Barrier. Damage taken from attacks and missiles will always be deducted from barrier value before health. Spellcasting is protected from interruption while it's active. Barriers cannot protect against spell damage. Oh, that's similar to like D&D. So do we want to go for the... Due to the card's remaining resources, sometimes it's a good play to simply pass control to the opponent. Interesting. So they'll definitely block this, but... Increase resonance by 1. Tendrils of Agony, that's just a magic card. That's funny. I guess I'll just go with this first. So it's still going to do damage, and it's still going to increase our arcane resonance. Some cards become very powerful with high arcane resonance. Oh, I see, I see. Arcane X, where X is arcane resonance. Okay, that makes sense. So I did the right thing. If your health is 15 or less, apply stun to your opponent. I don't need to block that. But I do want to increase my maximum mana. And this block is going to be successful. So I would like to do that. Okay, I got bullied.
Pass.
I would like to pick up Arcane Resonance Gainer. What does this do? Spells. What if I don't want to get rid of anything? What's a dark energy attack? I think I'm gonna keep the 5 block. No, I'm not gonna do that because they can pick up their 3/4. When you dodge, you nullify damage from any one attack. Attack with multi-hit. If any unblocked damage is dealt, X times that damage is dealt instead. Okay. This is my only blocker. But it's not going to successfully block, so I'm just going to take it. What's X? Oh, multi-hit X. Okay, so this still deal 10 damage. That's a lot of damage. I might still have to. I take 2 damage if I block it. Oh yeah, I take 4 damage. I guess I'll still draw a card because my speed's higher.
Pass.
Momentum. Opponent has no more mana. Oh, action point. A resource that automatically replenishes to its maximum at the end of every turn. So they can't play anything. So we have a free attack basically. We have 3 mana, so I want to increase my arcane resonance and do something else. No, I can't do that. I'll increase our mana by 1 and draw a card. Can't be blocked. Caster can't do anything while a spell's being cast. Stop the spell by interrupting your concentration. How do they do that? These 3 orange symbols represent your concentration. Okay. Die, maggot. Cosmic Attunement. Each attack will destroy a concentration symbol. If you lose them all, your spell will fail. Pick the right moment to cast a spell. I think I want to do Headache. No, I want to increase my resonance. Because my arcane resonance is only 1 right now. I want it to be more than that.
Pass.
Yeah, I need to pay attention to these resources here. I think I want to bring this back to my hand. I think I'm gonna not use this. It is my only 1-drop though. So I just won't block this turn, I guess. I'm gonna go Tendrils. I'll try to apply. Then I'll try to apply more headache. Or do I try to increase resonance? I'll go for resonance. So if they play 3 spells in a turn, I lose concentration.
Pass.
Oh, I love that it auto passed. I'm stunned though because they're at 14. Okay, makes sense.
Pass.
I'd like to pick up headache. And I'll pitch this. Arcane Resonance gets a little bit less good once you already have like 3-4 Resonance, I think. It's more of a setup card, and these are more of the finishers, I think. Let's go ahead and use Rune Wall for this. And now we have 5 mana to where we can go Tendrils. And then Tendrils again, and that should be game. Nice. Manage to replenish at the end of every turn. That maximum can be increased by card effects. Resonance makes some cards more powerful, and it's built to be triggering card effects. Built to be triggering card effects. Setup finisher interplay. Yeah, I'm putting that together right now, actually. So as a result, successfully if the opponent fails to interrupt all concentration points. Okay. After a hard-fought battle, you triumphed and have put an end to the shameful chapter. The crowd is shocked by the upset. Phobos the Great has been a champion for many seasons, and now he's toppled by a newcomer. You do not know who begins the clapping, but soon it spreads to everyone in the arena. Nodding in silent appreciation, you understand this glory is not just for you, but also for the brave little boy that started it all. One out of 5 classes. Try another class. Well, if we're going to try them all, I might as well just try all of them. Get stronger the longer the match is. Yeah, as the resonance goes up, like, it's super strong at the end of the game. It's kind of like a control deck, right? In Magic. Where it's like, it takes some setup, but then you just win the game at the end. If you get to that point and don't die early on. Where something like mid-range, but the 2 games are pretty different in their approach to card games. What are we right now? We're Warrior? Closer to Slay the Spire than MTG, but some of MTG's logic is definitely useful. For sure. Oh yes, we are the Warrior. Control your momentum. Oh, we were playing against this last time. Cards with this symbol build momentum, while cards with this symbol consume momentum. Ah, I get it. Build, consume. Each hourglass is an action cost. Okay. Okay. We will put back one of the critical slices. All right, let's go ahead and just go flashing blade critical slice.
Pass.
And I guess I can also play Deadly Venom. That's gonna get blocked. And it consumes momentum. But I have an action point left. But I might want to block with that action point. I'm gonna pass. I don't care about this attack. Nope, don't care.
Pass.
Nice.
Pass.
I will take the flashing blade. And put back defense. The do I pass or not dynamic is the most important to learn. I feel like me passing right there instead of using the other card was really good. But maybe it wasn't. Because I got the poison down. Oh, this card's so good. I can't take 10. So I'll do this and draw a card. Oh, Deadly Venom was such a good draw. Bullying, that's fine. I don't care about bullying until they have 15. So I'm going to need to get something with 4 speed, 3 power in my hand. But I don't have anything that does that right now. I don't have any blockers, so I have to go in. I have only 2 action points. So we go Flashing Blade and then Deadly Venom and hope they don't block it. Oh, they don't have action points left, so they can't block it. It just applies poison. But now I don't have action points, and they get their bullying back, which really sucks, but hopefully I win next turn with the double poison on them. I will pick up this. If Critical Slice hits, I win. But I think I'm going to put this in the grave. What is happening? Reactor pass. Guess I'll do this and draw a card.
Pass.
Reminding you that cards that generate momentum don't have to succeed. Oh, sick.
Pass.
So that hits and they just lose, right? The start of their turn?
Pass.
Yes. Nice. I feel like they should tell you this before you win. Now we go techie. I'm happy my internet is doing better today. All right, so we have 2 ones after this one. Techie sounds cool. It sounds like there's just a lot of decisions to be made. Oh, man. I keep expecting it to just go to the next thing without me clicking next. Then I have to. We cannot hold back. I'm a techie. Most offensive cards consume ammo. Oh, I get it. When ammo runs out, you need to play a reload card. But be very careful. When you're reloading, you can't do anything. It must pass. Pick the right moment to reload. Okay. I think I'll put back the missile for now until I know what I'm doing. This takes 2 ammo. 0 limitations on the number of cards you can play in a turn, but has the ammo heat reload mechanics. Ah, okay. So we do this if it hits draw a card. I don't really feel confident in that right now, though. Replenish ammo by 7 and reduce heat by 4 while reloading. You must pass until end of turn. Oh, it's just a reload. Maybe I should have kept the 9 thing. Yeah, I really... Okay. So I can't do anything else. I might as well reload.
Pass.
I'd like to pick up my draw card. I would like to put back my... What is this? Oh, barrier value. Interesting. I have to pass on that one because I don't want to discard a card. I will block here. I kind of want to save this thing for like their 10 power thing though. Missiles can't be blocked, okay. Intercepted with a speed 4 attack. Or speed 3 attack at the cost of discarding. Okay. That's pretty cool. They take 9. I wanted them to use something on that, but... What does this thing do again? Heat.
Pass. Pass.
Oh, I like this. So I can play this? Heat, a card that builds heat cannot be played if the heat overshoots the maximum. I think I want to pass and keep this back to block. Especially since I don't want to get attacked by the 10 damage thing.
Pass.
And I'll just let them hit me with this because it's 15. I don't care about that. And then I like the draw cards. No card in the deck. I'm confused. That's fine. I expected that. All I care about is them being at 15 and me not getting hit by the 5 thing. So here I want to make sure I have survival routine in my hand and ready to go. There's the card I care about. So let's missile.
Pass.
Quick burst plus timeout sequence.
Pass. Pass.
And I'll pick up this. So you have to discard a card by doing that, right?
Pass.
Wait, how did they block this again? I thought they had to discard a card. Oh, speed 4 attack, okay. I kind of need to react to this. Discard. Never mind, I shouldn't have reacted to that. I hate discarding. I should just save those for the 10 power thing, and that's like basically it. But I am stunned, so I do not like that bullying card. Well, I think I'm just gonna lose to that thing. The double strike thing's just gonna kill me. I guess I should just like play this barrier thing. Yeah, that card cannot hit me. Card's too good.
Pass.
I guess I can go for the win.
Pass.
Wait, I'm stunned even if this blocks? Crazy. Alright, now I'm dead to double slash. Reload can help reduce your heat. So I haven't been using heat fast enough, basically. Like I should be using more cards with heat. Crap, I'm freaking stunned again. Oh, when I'm stunned I can't even block. I forgot about that. That is real bad for me. Wait, burial only lasts one turn? Okay. I'm just gonna try to kill him with target locked. I have to stop that. They can block missile with bullying again, but then the bullying dies. And I've gotten rid of a lot of their bullyings already. I guess I can quick burst them. Dang. Okay, so I have this and then I can survival routine. And hope they lose. Let's go. Because they used their action point already. Got him. That was close. I feel like that was the closest one we've had so far. All right, we'll finish the last two tomorrow. That like ended exactly on time. So we will finish. We'll finish tomorrow. We have another one of these tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. It was pretty cool. Bad timing for Frosty. You haven't seen this game. You don't always read streams before I appear. It's okay. This is Death or Glory. It's a game that we're learning. Sponsored stream. So thank you guys for having me stream this game for you. It was pretty self-explanatory. The tutorial is honestly really in depth. And I'm happy to play Evangelist and Monster tomorrow. The anniversary sub disappeared? No. It's okay, you can still sub. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for the subs, thanks for the follows, and I will see you tomorrow for some more Magic and some more Death or Glory. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, Goose Gang, out. Let's go!